Okay, this will be my I don't know if I should make this the first or second part. I'm only doing this, I'm not even decided if I'm gonna put all 4 vlogs into just one video or have 4 separate ones. But I'm thinking I might just put them all into one video, make it like an hour long or something like that. I don't know, but I do want to start off by, I want to talk about work, and I want to talk about regrets that I had in life, coming up, not accomplishing what I wanted to accomplish in life. I'm 40 years old now, so I think if you haven't accomplished whatever you wanted to accomplish in life by that time, you can be considered a failure. You can be, a loser, whatever you want to call it, because that's plenty of time to get your stuff together, to set out what you want to do and accomplish it. It's hard. It really is. So I remember, well, let me just tell you, let me start it off. I go by the name Philly Sweat. That's my nickname. It's going to be my channel, and I'm just going to use this channel to talk about things that happened in my life, the lessons I've learned in life, and go from there. So this first lesson in life is just about where you need to be in life. For kids or whoever watching this, that the plan in life is just to be successful. No woman wants to be with someone who doesn't have their stuff together, who hasn't accomplished anything. And I don't blame them, because a woman needs security, right? So I say that to say that I'm 40 years old, security guard, and I'm nowhere near where I want to be in life. Whose fault is that? That's my fault. That's nobody's fault but mine, It is what it is. But I remember growing up, I did school a lot. It was fun at the time, ditching school, not going to class, hanging out with friends outside of school, just not taking life serious. And at that age, you don't. And I've always had the talent to draw, but I didn't know where to go with it. I can draw anything, but I just didn't know how to apply myself. So in school, I just didn't care. I just had no interest in school. And any chance I got to not be in class, I took it. Nothing but fails on my report card. And one day, as I was ditching school, it was this mailman. He was delivering mail, and he saw me. And he was like, "Young man, what are you doing out of school?" It had to be like 12 noonish that day. He's like, "What are you doing out of school? What's going on?" And he already knew I was just ditching school. He knew that, but he just wanted some type of explanation. So he continued. He was just like, "You don't want to end up like me, delivering mail." You know, and at that age, I mean, I'm in junior high at the time. You're like, man, I'm not gonna end up like this dude. That's not gonna happen. That's impossible. You know, I got plenty of time to get it together. You know, but that time would come so fast. It comes faster than you think. It comes really fast, and when it does come, you wake up one day, you're 20. Wake up another day, you're 30. And you wake up another day, you're 40, you know. And then you're making videos like this, you know. But you want to get your stuff together while you can, while you're young, you know. They say it's never too late, but I kind of somewhat disagree with that. I mean, some people get it together like the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy. I think he, you know, his business became successful in his either 40s or 50s. So, to a degree, yeah, it's never too late, but who wants to wait that long, you know? So, I say that story about the mailman to say, let me be that mailman. Whoever watching this video, let me be that mailman to you. Go to school, decide what you want to do and attack it. I don't care what it is, just attack it. You want to be a fireman, police, well, you know, that's what everybody say, fireman, policeman, but whatever it is that you have a passion for. You know, and it's the one thing that you could do effortlessly, that you love doing with, and that you could do with the less effort as possible. Just, you know, that you could just do it, whatever that one thing is. You know, I don't know what it is for you, but whatever that one thing is, you take it and you do it. That's what your passion is. So you find your passion, you plan it out, and you attack it. And I mean, you attack it like you never attacked anything before. You know, like I said, I thought mine was art. I thought my passion was art, since I know how to do it well, but it's not something I love doing every day, all day. You know, because you're going to need that love for it, because when you're not making money from it, you have to be able to love it to continue doing it. That's the key. That's why you have to really have a love for it. You have to not mind doing it. It has to be effortless when you're doing it, because you ain't no telling how long it's going to be before you're able to make a business out of your passion. You're going to have to do it for free for some amount of time. That's just the truth. You know, I was supposed to be off today, but I got called in. See, when you got your stuff together, that doesn't happen to you. You call the people in. You make the shots. You call the shots. I mean, you control your life. You know, I'm overweight. You know, there's a lot of problems I have in my life, and I have to get them together. It's nobody's fault but mine. There's no one to blame. If you have failed in life, there's no one to blame but yourself. If you're a 40-year-old security guard, you have no one to blame but yourself. There's no one standing in your way. I promise you that. No one is in your way but yourself. And I have been that. I've been the biggest roadblock. My goal in life still is to get up one day and not have to answer to someone. It might happen at 41, 42, but it's going to happen. It's just my goal. It's my ultimate goal. So to avoid being in a situation that I'm in, you want to start early as possible. If you're a kid watching this, I'm telling you, get your education. Go to school. Learn as much as you can. Don't ditch. Don't fall into peer pressure. Don't get into drugs and stuff like that. It sounds cliche, but it's the truth. Do not get into stuff like that. It just deters you from what you need to be in life. Go through school. Learn what you can. Figure out what it is that you love, that you have a passion for. That's the key to life. Whatever that thing is, figure it out. And once you figure it out, attack it with all of you. Like nothing else matters. Like it's life or death, because it is. Life is short, but it can be long when you're unhappy. It can be a long life when you're unhappy. When things are not going your way, it can be long and sad. Just take it from me. I mean, I'm 40. I'm old to like someone young. Someone under 40, I'm old. But in life, I'm not old. You know, I'm at the halfway point. Depending on how long I live, but this is usually like the halfway point for life. You know. So it's not like I'm some real old man, but I don't want to become an old man with a bunch of regrets. You know? So just to sum it up, do what you got to do. Get a list together and plan it out. Put all your goals down. Pray over them. Whatever you believe in, whatever it is you like, whatever it is you do. Whatever you believe in, rather. Pray to them. Attack each thing on that list. Go for it. Believe what I'm saying, or you're gonna end up like me. $40 years old, still trying to figure things out, dreading going to work every day. No wife, no kids. You know, but life can be worse. You know, life can be worse. So I really got nothing to complain about. You know, life can be a lot worse. There's people going through a lot worse things than I'm going through. So, you know, I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I'm just warning you what you need to be focused on. You know, I mean, there's people with disabilities, diseases, who wish they could get up and go to work. So I am grateful for the job I do have. I'm grateful for the job I got, the air I breathe, the car I have. It's not the best car in the world, but it gets me to work and back, and that's all I need. You know, that's all I need for now. So I am grateful. Do I regret some things? Yeah, but I'm grateful and thankful for another day. So just get your stuff together. Let me be that mailman. I'm delivering this message, man. I'm the mailman. Listen to me. Go for it. Don't let nothing stop you. Nothing stop you. Man, another day at work. I think this is my third vlog. I think this is the third. Well, yeah, I think this is my third one. So, today I want to talk about, health, and I guess an array of topics. I mean, a few topics I want to talk about, getting your stuff together and being focused on yourself. I don't know if I talked about that already, but I guess I'm gonna just shoot off, I'm still undecided if I'm gonna put this in a 4 parts or just one video. I'm not sure, but either one I think would be fine, right? But I just made it to work. I got some time before I go inside, so I think it would be cool to record something now, right? Anyway, growing up I was teased a lot. I'm not gonna say, I was the bully too. I was a bully and then I got bullied, so karma comes back around. But in junior high I was teased a lot, for being short, my height, and I'm a short dude, 5'1", and it's affected my love life to a degree. It's not as bad as a lot of short guys have it. A lot of short guys have it bad, from what I hear. And I mean, you could take that how you want to take it. You can either embrace it or don't embrace it. Either one. I mean, the only thing you could do is do what's best for you in life. Work with what you got. It's that simple. Just work with what you got. Accept those that are attracted to you. I mean, some guys are just delusional, they're 4s, but they're expecting 10s. That's just how some guys are. That's how people are, period. Not just guys. That's how women are. That's just how people are, they expect more. Heavy set people want skinny people, and I don't know, they say opposite attract, whatever. I don't know. It doesn't apply when opposite attract don't apply when tall women want short guys. Like that's not the norm, Tall women usually want someone taller than them. That's just how it is, But being short is going to, I mean, there's exceptions to every rule. There's short guys that don't go through that. Like my brothers, one 5'5", one is 5'2", maybe. They don't have a woman problem at all. They get whatever they get the top. They get what the tall guys get. That skipped me for some reason. that skipped me, but what can you do? I still do okay. It's not like I can't complain. Messing with my beard, it looks, Anyway, yeah, you got to work with what you got. It makes no sense to complain, It's what God gave you. You deal with it. It's that plain and simple. You just deal with it. But I would say, I've always been able to get girlfriends, but they wasn't the top of the litter girlfriends. They wasn't what my brother get, But like I said, I accepted it, I just accept the way God made me. And a lot of times I see short guys in the comment section of videos that are about short men, they're in there talking about they want to kill themselves and stuff like that. It's sad. It's really sad, They don't want to accept who they are, and that's sad. That's really sad. There's campaigns like what's that campaign? Fat acceptance. What is it? No body shame. Women have all these things that you have to accept about them. But yeah, women would not accept you being short. Something you have no control over. The hypocrisy, right? But hey, nobody shaming, but you shame me, and there's all, it doesn't even, it's at the point where it doesn't even bother me that women do it. It bothers me that other men will shame you for being short, like that's where it's crazy to me. That's when it bothers me, because, and I get it. I get it. If you tall, why would you care what a short guy is going through? You like, hey, that's less competition for me, So you wouldn't stand up for a short guy, I get that. But with women, if you shame any type of woman, her size, her height, whatever it is, if you shame her, other women will stick up for her. If you shame a woman for being dark-skinned, light-skinned women will stick up for her. If you shame a woman for being light-skinned, dark-skinned women will stick up for her. Like, women are smart like that. Women, that's what I admire about women. That's what I love about women. Women stick up for each other. That's what women do. Women stick up for each other. They're not going to allow men to shame them. They just don't. They're smart like that, They stick together like that. There's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong at all with that. They say money is the great equalizer. Well, you got to get your money then. And for me, I'm not married, no kids or nothing like that, but 40 years old, and I'm still looking for Mrs. Right. I don't know if she would come, it's just, it's not even something I worry about. I'm more worried about accomplishing goals, like someday not being able to work for someone, being able to work for myself. And then you have to deal with trust issues. You have to deal with stuff like that. What baggages is she bringing to the table? And I've been in a lot of relationships. Too many. So my problem was never getting a woman. Like I used to be the type that'll fly to another state to be with a woman. I used to be like that. Learn my lesson. It was one of the lessons in life. But Yeah, like what baggage is she bringing? Is it baby daddies and stuff like that? Kids. I ain't one that's against kids. There's nothing wrong with being a stepfather. There's nothing wrong with that. I've been that before. There's nothing wrong with that. If the kids are right, if the kids are, are cool kids, it can work out. You learn to love all the kids and mom. You can learn to love that. Love that instant family thing. Nothing wrong with that at all. It can go the other way too. But fortunately, I never went through the other way. I've always been cool with the kids. So I've always got along with the kids. But you just have to work with what you got, and hopefully someone will come your way. If you a short guy out there and you watching this, I wouldn't be too concerned. I wouldn't stress out over it so much. Some of us have it. There's always someone who has it worse than you. Always. There's always someone who has it worse than you do. Mentally challenged or whatever. And you just have to deal with the cards that were dealt. Play the cards you were dealt. However that saying goes. Well, being short, and you got a decent looking woman, oh man, I'm telling you, if you got a decent looking woman and you short, you're gonna get challenged by the dudes out there. I've had that, man. I've had that. The dudes will look, they challenge you. What the little dude gonna do? What he gonna do? And then they feel like they gotta prove something. Trying to take your woman from you. Jealous tall dudes. There's a lot of jealous dudes out there, period. But jealous tall dudes, man, that ain't cool. One time I was at a bar with one of my female friends up in Hollywood. This one I was living in LA. And she was looking right. She was a beautiful young woman. We went out shooting pool, and as we were walking through the club. First we was shooting pool, and this one white guy, he was kind of drunk, and he comes over and he starts hitting on her. She like, hey, I'm with somebody. I'm with this dude right here, pointing to me. And he continued. He fell back. Actually, he was like, oh, I'm sorry. He shook my hand. He apologized. He went on about his business, and she didn't like the way I handled that. I'm like, once the guy apologized, what else do I supposed to do? I don't want to fight. I ain't trying to fight the guy. I don't want to fight him. It's the last thing I want to do. To prove myself. Hey, women will get you to fight. You got to watch out. A good woman would have accepted that. And not to say that wasn't a good woman, because she was a real cool. I still know her today. She was a great woman. Just some women they want to see how tough you really are. They want you to prove it to them. That's just how some women are. So As a short guy, just keep your head up, man. Exercise, work out, do what you can. You know, like you see me with all this fat on my face, you know, I gotta get that all, you know. 5'1", 195 pounds, man. I'm about to start losing this weight. Today's supposed to be day number 1, you know. So, till next time I'm checking out, man. About to go to work and grind and get my grind on. Another week for me. So, I'll check you later. This is gonna be my first vlog. That I'm starting for my YouTube channel. Philly Sweat here. I want to talk about Nipsey and what goes on in our community. You know, for my black community and the flaws I see with it. You know, it's a shame that someone like Nipsey wasn't appreciated while he was here. I mean, there were those who were close to him that appreciated him, but I'm talking about the masses, the bandwagon people, the bandwagon fans. You know, he gained so many fans and after the fact, you know, which is, there's two sides to that coin. It's good because his family benefit, you know, from it. But then it's bad because it's good because the family benefit, but it's bad because it shows how people are, how fake people are. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I say that to say that people like Nipsey need to be praised more often, more frequently, you know? I mean, someone who decided to stay within his neighborhood, stay within his community and help out and invest, you know? And it took his death for that light bulb to go off in people's head, which is crazy, you know? You know, if I had the money, you know, because, you know, the crazy thing is investing in our own communities, keeping it real, you know, as they say, can go wrong. You know, when you're trying to do the right thing, it can go wrong. It's a shame that it's like that in our community, but that's just the way it is, you know? And Nipsey will always be the example of that. You know, someone who tried to keep it real, who went by the code, you know, the black code, keep it in the community, invest in your community. You know, he did that. He did that, you know? So, it's a shame what happened to him for doing that. You know? I wish him and his family well, you know? But I know a lot of times in our community, it's dangerous to even set up shop, to even, you know, invest and build. Because it's, you know, like they always say, it's the crab in the barrel mentality. You know, there's always someone ready to take you down. It's not, although it's not fair and it's not right, it's just the way it is, you know? It's just the way it is. What can you do about it? I don't know. But it's just the way it is. I don't, So I don't blame people who don't want to do that. I don't blame people who don't want to invest. I don't blame people who are scared to invest. You know? And it seems like us as a community that we're the only ones who have to go back and you know, that we're responsible for the hood once we make it out. You don't see that with other races, only with us. You know, we have to go back, or we have to, you know, we always have to, as a community, we're always looking for a savior. You know, someone that can uplift us, someone that can make things better in the hood. It sucks, and it shouldn't be like that way. And we have money for foolish things like weed and Jordans, drugs, you know, stuff like that. You know, that we should be, as a community, be able to build. You know, just like there's community gardens. You know, how the neighborhood invests in a garden, you know. Sometimes those can be beautiful, you know. We could do that with other things, you know. We can put our money together, our resources together, and build. I mean, that sounds like a dream, but that could happen, you know. I understand why some black women don't respect us as men. I get it, you know. I used to be one of those dudes that, you know, be upset with black women and judge them, but you know, no, not now. No, I get it. You know, I get it, because a lot of times we don't even respect ourselves. We just don't. You know, we need to, you know, help each other out, do for each other. You know, I'm not one of those guys who's pro-black per se. You know, I'm not black where, you know, I love those who love me. I don't care what your color is. I can care less about your color. I can care less about your race. If you cool with me, I'm cool with you. That's just how I've always been, you know. I've never seen race. You know, I don't know why. I guess that's the way my mom raised me. My parents raised me, you know, like that way. So, but I say that to say, you know, sometimes I'm embarrassed to see how here comes all these people. You know, they treat Nipsey Hussle, you know, it's like a tourist spot now. It's you know, you go take pictures in front of his, you know. And I seen a girl on line the other day in Connecticut. You know, spraying on the wall. It's just crazy, you know. And there's other black people around, and no one says it. No one's telling them to stop. They just say, "Hey, don't spray his face." You know, she shouldn't have been spraying around that area, period. And she should have been checked, you know, not harmed or any way, but there should have been a stand, a united front right there. The people that were there, they should have stopped that. They should have put an end to that right away. You know, so it just didn't make no sense to me. You know, it just didn't. You know, but us as a race, we have to start with our own. We have to start first, you know, building before we can accept dialogue about race with other races. You know, we have to fix what's going on in our community first. You know, we have to get our children together as men. I'm talking about black men first. We have to break it down all the way down. Break it down, start with black men. Black men, we have to start it first. I don't expect women to... I don't expect black women to be the leaders. That's not their responsibility. It's our responsibility. you know, as men to start this thing off. So, you know, right now I'm getting ready to go to work and, you know, I earn my money, you know, and hopefully someday I'll be able to invest back into my community like Nipsey, you know, and I mean, he's amazing just to be 33 years old and be able to do that is just amazing, you know, to accomplish what he accomplished in 33 years, you know, was very amazing, you know, and he should be praised. He should be. I wish he would have got his flowers while he was here, but, you know, he deserves the praise that he gets. He deserves it, you know. So God bless him and his family. But, you know, us as a community, we just have to stand up. We just have to get our stuff together, you know. We have to, you know, start with gang banging. We have to, you know, there will always be gangs because people are tribal. It's just human nature, but we have to be able to come to some type of understanding with gangs. We have to. And I think that's where it starts, because I think there should be there's more black men in gangs than there are in college. And, you know, there's more black men in the penitentiary than there are in college. You know? And that's a shame. That's not right. It shouldn't be like that. You know, we have to stop talking and start doing. And it starts with us. It starts with us black men first and foremost. Just us. You know, gang banging and being a gang member, that's part of the problem. That's part of the reason Nipsey died. The reason he got shot. You know, he got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, it seemed like. I know he was a businessman first. And I hate to even say that because, you know, one should be able to invest in his hood, in his community. One should be able to do right by his own. You know, do right for his own. And without anything happening to him. I mean, really. So, I guess I can leave it at that, you know? It's just sad. You know, we need a new mindset. We need to stop praising and celebrating this dysfunction, you know? We need to stop praising and celebrating gangbang and being a thug, that, like, all that stuff. We need to stop. Learn to love one another, you know? So, maybe this, you know, maybe I have to do my part too. I can't just be on this, can't be on camera just talking. I have to do my part too, you know? So, and I plan to. Well, I'm going to head on into work and get my day started. And see what happens from there, you know? Just try to get through another day. Try to you know, sorry about my you know, something's wrong with my phone there. But get through another day. You know, I save my money. That's one thing I do. I just save my money and reinvest back into myself. Educate myself. I mean, that's the best way to invest your money, you know. So you can get to a point where Nipsey, he invested in himself to get to the point where he was able to invest in his community. you know. So I say I pay my bills and I take the rest and I put it away. I don't buy, I get the necessary stuff I need. I'm a minimalist. I think I said that word right. Minimalist. You know, pay for what I need. And the rest I stash. I don't buy unnecessary stuff. It makes no sense to. You know, if I need to learn something, you know, everything you want to learn is all online. It's all online. You just have to search for the information, get the information, digest the information, observe it, you know, observe it, keep it up here, you know, go from there. So, I'm about to go into work and end this vlog. So thank you. Well, this will be one part to the vlog, you know, and the next part I'll probably, you know, I want to show you some of my day. I don't want to go into the job, but I want to, you know, I want to show into the job because I'm not sure if that's against the law or not, but you know, I'm a security guard, so you know, it's not the best occupation, but it gets the bills paid, you know, and it won't be forever. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, you know, and I'll be right back. Back with another vlog. I guess this time I want to talk about physical health. Me being 40 this year, you know, physical health is important. You know, as you can see, I'm getting fat. Well, I am fat, not getting fat. I am fat. And I plan on losing weight. I plan on, you know, lowering these pounds, dropping these pounds, man. It's the summertime. There's no time like now. And throughout the years, I used to play a lot of basketball. I mean, I wasn't great at it. I wasn't no professional or nothing like that. But I used to play basketball a lot. So I was a lot more skinny in my earlier 20s. I was a lot more skinny because I was always running, eating and running. And I still have some of that muscle definition, but you know, over the years I relaxed, I settled in. You know, whenever you live with somebody, you know, live with a woman and she can cook, man, the food, man, it just the food is something, you know. If they know how to cook, man, look out, you know. You're gonna be eating and relaxing and laying up and just enjoying the relationship, you know. So I mean, for me, that's what happened. So I got kind of big, got kind of, you know, got moves and stuff, you know. And the older you get, the harder it is to get the weight off. So it's always best to just try to stay consistent, try to, you know, get as much exercise as you can. Now, my job allows me to work out a lot. There's also a gym inside, so there's no excuse for me. Plus, I also have a membership, a 24-hour fitness membership, so you know, I can go whenever I'm ready. Hold up. Oh, I don't know what I did there. I was trying to turn the volume up, but anyway, yeah, I could go anytime I'm ready. So you know, there's no excuse for me. So But anyway, I've really got into working out. Really got into it. Motivated, and that's the hardest thing. The hardest thing about working out is actually going to the gym. I watch a bunch of videos to motivate me, get me in that mood and going, and then just knocking it out, just working it out, just just going all in, sweating, and so like I said, there's no excuse. But what you have to watch out for when you're losing weight, the number one thing you have to watch out for, forget being motivated to go. Forget that. Forget, not knowing what to do. Forget not having a plan. You know what? The number one thing you have to do, well, no, you have to have a plan first. But after having a plan, you know what? I'm going to do it like this. Because I've lost weight before. I lost a lot of weight before. Gained it all back. So this time I'm going to keep it off. But this is the plan. You make up a plan on what you're going to do, a weekly plan on how you're going to attack it. Monday through Friday. How many days you want to do it? That's how you do it. How many days you want to work out? For me, I need to start out with 6. I want to get in there and just attack it, right? So first thing you do, create that plan. Second thing you do is execute that plan step by step. Watch what you eat. Like okay, the plan, and then you watch what you eat. You have to, food is number one. You can work out all you want. If you're not eating healthy, it's a waste of time. It really is. It's a real waste of time. You have to, and like today, what I got today, I went to El Pollo Loco. I got me a burrito, which is, you have to track your calories. You can track your calories in different ways. For me, I go with MyFitnessPal, right? So I had a bowl of cereal, cornflakes, which I shouldn't have ate that, but it works for me, So, I love it. It's plain. It ain't got sugar and all that other stuff in it. So, cornflakes. I ate some cornflakes today. Then I'm going to eat my burrito. Just a burrito with some water. Nothing extra. Burrito, water. After that, I'm going to eat, I got some cod, some fish, some cod. I got some broccoli and rice to go along with it. I got my sides from El Pollo Loco. The rice is somewhat healthy, but other than that, I'm okay. I want to lose this weight off my face. My face looks like it's about to explode. Need to shave some. Other than that, so it is what it is. But just follow that plan. Work out. For me, I started out walking first. My job allows me to walk because I'm a guard, so I walk a lot. I do a lot of walking, which is good. I just eat. I eat a lot of garbage, but I walk a lot. That helps me. That's a big thing, to walk. I work 12-hour shifts, so I walk most of those 12 hours. Walk, sit, right? Then I hit the gym. I hit the gym probably like around 1 in the morning. Then I eat right after that, which would be my second meal of the day. And within a 24-hour period, it'd be my second meal. And that'll be the last meal I eat until 6 o'clock that evening. So from 2 in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening, I don't eat. And that's hard to do. You know, I'm telling you my plan now. That's so hard to do. You know? Just checking on my mustache. I didn't like the way it looked in the other videos, but you know, this might work. I gotta trim that down some. But anyway, yeah, so I mean, I'm looking to, what am I now? Right now I am 195. Last time I checked, 195. And I'm 5'1", 195. That's I'm very overweight. I mean, my gut ain't all the way out there, you know. But still, you know. 195 is a lot when you're 5'1". So I want to at least get down to 140. Man, 140. So I gotta lose like 50 pounds, you know? Like, wow. I think I could do it. And I wanna do it before the year is up. I wanna lose a lot of weight before the year is up. Just going to next year, 41, just looking better, you know? That, you know? But you have to be determined, you know. It takes a lot of discipline. Eating right, which is so hard to do, you know, because I love, who doesn't love cookies and brownies and you know, all that type of stuff, you know, all that stuff, you know. I love it. Just thinking about it makes me smile. You know, just thinking about it makes me smile. But you got to eat right, man. I mean, that's the way to go. And I think when you get older, you just start to worry about your health a lot more. You know, when you're in your 20s, man, you can do whatever. You do whatever. You just don't care. You eat whatever. Unless you're already obese, maybe you have to watch it then. But I mean, if you, like me, I was in my 20s, man, I didn't care, man. I eat whatever. And just, it'd be good. Because I would run it off. I go play basketball. I play basketball and I run it off, you know? So it wouldn't matter what I eat. I burn it off like quickly. But now I don't play basketball as much. Like, not at all. I can't remember I think I played basketball like a couple of years ago. You know, my job even has a basketball court. So there's no excuse for me. There is no excuse for me at all. I just have to buckle down and do it. But there's no excuse for me. No way. There is no excuse for me. You know, it's like a sauna in my car right now. I'm sitting here waiting to go in for work. It's hot. Man, it's hot. You know, I'm in Arizona, so I'm sweating. Look at me. Ooh. But I'm gonna lose my weight. I think, you know, I wanna want to be successful. You know, I still never gave up that hope, but I have to be successful at something. Why not start with myself? You know, if you're going to be successful at something, start with yourself.